Conditions on the Ley today, absolutely superb conditions. I can feel the vibe already, and I'm about to start the St Michael and St Mary walk across Somerset. But first, that's that done. Whew, well, that was exciting. I mean, this is it, sunny day, and the walk begins. 51 miles as the crow flies across Somerset. By the time I've weaved my way across the county, it's probably going to be about 100 miles. And today's walk is around about 5.88 miles on the first leg of this journey. Areas of interest will be the Devil's Bed and Bolster Long Barrow. Sounds interesting. Going to Beckington and finally end up at St Mary's Church, which is quite close to the St Michael ley line or energy line. I'm probably going to get mixed up with energy line and ley lines as this goes on, but essentially I'm more interested in the energy lines. Conditions down below, not the best. So this walk should take me around about 2.5 hours. I've got to climb this gate. That's not a good idea. It's not good for a start. So look at that, Jesus. Good job I'm a experienced walker. Walker. No, not wank. Made it. Oh, just made it. That is a swamp. Off to a great start. Took the wrong path, wasted about 45 minutes, and I lost my microphone. I decided to retrace my steps, only to be stopped by the lovely lady at Road Farm who said, "Get off my land." So I couldn't actually go and find my microphone. But I do have a spare one. It was just a costly mistake. Maybe this is part of the pilgrimage and it's a test. So I'll keep in good spirits as I now look forward to the next footpath that is actually a river. I thought this was going to be easy. Oh, it's all right. It just goes for another half a mile and it's deep. I mean, I'm sure it's lovely in a nice summer's day. I'm sure it'll clear up in a second. Oh no, it just keeps going. Yeah, I think this is a test. A metaphor for the walk so far. It's a pilgrimage, definitely. Lesson number 1. Public footpath. And there's the farm with the lovely lady. Should come out in a minute. She might catch me up on a broomstick. Just 2 electric fences to get over there. Nothing provisioned for walkers. Finding the ley line or the energy line. Meditating can ground you, so that's what resonant grounding is. I have been practicing emptying my mind, finding it really difficult as I've got like shopping lists, excuse me, things to do in the house. Where's my glockenspiel? And all that jazz that everybody's got. So it is difficult. I'm not saying I'm good at meditating, but I have got better at emptying my mind. So that's where I'm at. As time goes on over the year, I'll get a bit more adept at it. Now this is interesting. Has anybody seen a wool road? Yeah, it's made of wool. The woolen path. No sty available to get over this. Cows are here. And I've got to get through this mud. Whoa! That should do it for now. Oh, it does panic you a bit when they come running at you like that. And yeah. Oh Jesus. Oh, my foot's gone in. It's full of piss. Cow piss. Oh shit. I'm not going to get through there. Because that is impassable. Shit. Should have gone the other way. Over there. If I was to sum up the first part of this walk, don't follow the footpath I have. Here is the Devil's Bed and Bolster Long Barrow. Just in these trees. How lovely. Ancient burial mound, probably about 3,500 BC. That means it's older than Stonehenge and older than the pyramids. And yet its name sounds like it's demonic in some way. The legend is the devil himself used it as his personal bed after he was staying on holiday in Somerset. I think that's rubbish. I'll have to check my facts on these walks. I think that is a bit of a mound and a barrow there. It's possibly Neolithic. People used it as rituals to bury the dead, come and celebrate pagan festivals and things like that. There is suggestion that there are strange lights that have been seen around here in this area. Right, now I'm going to do some dowsing. The St. Michael line runs right away through the top of this long barrow. With the experience of my dowsing so far, whether I can actually pick up the line. I'm not going to film it all because I'm a novice and I want to concentrate and seeing if it works, but I will report back. I've looked at it and I'm presuming it goes this way. I haven't checked the map yet, but that I dowsed over there and then further behind in the field, and just walking back in two, and I think it goes that way, but I'll check on the map. I might be completely wrong. I have got the map here. I'd say I'm not far off coming down and going through the stones about that way. Well, what do I think so far? I think there's something in this, because regardless of my accuracy and what I think's going on, I can feel these wanting to move. But for now, I'm going to have my resonant grounding on the Devil's Bed and Bolster. Not sure if it's a good idea, really. Well, I think I'll do the scoring at the end, but as an ancient burial site goes, and the history of it and how old it is, I think that's a 5 out of 5 for artifacts. It's said to be aligned with the stars, So that's east, west. So I'm not entirely sure which stars it's aligned to. But of course, like Stonehenge and many other sites, it's usually to do with the equinox and where the sun rises in the east. So maybe that's why the gap there is aligned to where the sun rises on the equinox. Have I felt any synchronicities yet? No, I haven't. But it might come out as the walk goes on. This walk's getting harder because I'm actually carrying more weight now. So about 3 kilos per foot. Just to clarify, this isn't a ley line that I'm walking at the moment, or an energy line. Beckington. Oh, and a pub. The Woolpack Inn. Woolpack? Wool. Whatever seen wool today. I've seen a woolen road. And there's the Woolpack Inn. First synchronicity. Okay, this looks like a good place to pause. Beckington. Some Beckington facts. Carrots. Where were carrots first grown in England? Beckington. In his book Brief Lives, John Aubrey, 1626 to 1697, noted that carrots were first shown in Beckington. He wrote, "Some very old man there did remember their first being hither." Thought it said Hitler then. Jeepers, that's a strike. That orange building is Beckington Castle. It's not an actual castle, but it was built in the 17th century by William Long, clothier, and it was sold to, second synchronicity, sold to James Leigh, spelled L-E-Y, in 1616. He was the first Earl of Marlborough. That's two synchronicities for the day. Wool and James Leigh. There's another one for wool. The building that sits behind it is called the Wool Hall, and it was used in the 1980s as a recording studio for Tears for Fears and the Smiths, my favourite band when I was growing up. I won't call it a synchronicity, but you know, yeah, lovely little village. Right, time to move on to the church. This half of the walk is a definite lovely walk, I think. Start off at Beckington to Lullington. Yeah, I think that's the way I'm going. Okay. Polite notice on massive sign. I'm walking up on the golf course and the church is somewhere that way. We'll find out shortly. So all being well, another 40-minute walk yet. Oh, crumbs. Mud skating along the way. Can't quite see the weir over here, but it's definitely here. I've arrived on a golf course. Oh, it's Orchardleigh house it's associated with. That down there is Gloucester Lodge. Ooh, quite high actually. But I'm walking that way. Beautiful surroundings on a hill, quite ancient trees, lovely. Half a mile to go. Welcome, the only church that has a moat round it, I believe. It's one of its claim to fame, maybe. So Orchardleigh's church has its own unique moat, as we've just seen. It's completely cut off from any road, which makes it quite unique, very dramatic. It's been here since the 13th century. Now this is where it gets weird. The church has an undead grave. The story goes that a chap called Thomas Chapenaise thought it was hilarious to have an unconsecrated grave so his spirit could roam free. So he's probably just knocking about on here somewhere. It's the end of the walk, and as an artefact, St Mary's Church here is absolutely beautiful. Who'd have thought, a church on a moat? Did a bit of dowsing here. It does appear to be a line running straight through the church. Don't know what line it is. It's not St Michael's line, but it looks like some kind of energy line. I did try again to have a quiet moment for resonant grounding, but I'm a bit sweaty. So that didn't go very well again. I think that's going to be the hardest thing. 3 synchronicities today. That's definitely going to be a thing, I think. The walk itself, well, it's a walk of 2 halves. The first part of the walk was absolutely atrocious. Got told off by a lady and got absolutely covered in shite. But the second half of the walk, absolutely beautiful. So if you do want to do a walk, do it from Beckington, walk here. Not long, it's only about 2.5 miles. So that's it. Episode 1 done. Bit of history along the way. Finished in a graveyard. Let the journey continue. I've got a lot to learn, especially with this. Definitely there's something in this. Until another day, I'll see you on the Ley. Still needs work, that. Right. Let me out.